It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Josh Allen.
The Dolphins offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession. Two and a throw right away. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They give it to Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers for Brown from a week ago. By the end of that one, he was knocking on the door for 200 yards.
And that was as good as I've seen him run the football. I mean, he absolutely attacked that defense. It looked like he was on the varsity, and they were scrimmaging the JV.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To his tight end, it's Jonnu Smith. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play left. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2 and now on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season, because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen that we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. Pushes past him, pushing his way through. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. But hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Tua sets up to pass it. Short throw to Smith. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat. Brought the heat there, and it worked out. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Here's a give to Brown. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And going deep for Hill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DB.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 23-yard run.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his block.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
Another run for Brown on second down.
And just shutting him off there. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Here's Brown. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Now Tagovailoa. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Shedding the tackle, and it gives him some room.
And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Right back to Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 14 yards.
And the Dolphins are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to